Today's episode is brought to you by Open Roads, Long Miles, and the Art of Wandering, with no real destination except forward. Nomads and Nimble Shadow is provided by Kendra, a retired police lieutenant, and her husband Shawn, a retired police lieutenant and firefighter, who sold everything in August of 2025 and hit the road in search of something different, something a lot less structured, with the purpose of living entirely in each moment. Riding shotgun is Django Aloysius Delicious McJefferson, one very distinguished service dog with an unnecessarily long name who's their navigator, co-pilot, and full-time legend. No rush, no shortcuts, no real plan. This isn't just a road trip. It's wandering on purpose. Jump in and join them on the next adventure.
All right, welcome back, everybody. If you have not listened to our last podcast when we interviewed Karen and Steve, that was really a good one.
That was my favorite one so far because it was so interesting to me. There was so much I didn't know,
and it just actually more answers led to more questions for me. So I have more questions.
And what a fun couple, personality, super fun. So yeah, it was one of those where I was like, we got to cut it off because it's getting too long, but I could have talked to them for another 2 hours. Probably.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I like that menu. And a lot has happened. We were in Canada during that interview. We never talked about really a little bit about Canada. We never talked about all the way up till now. So we've got a lot of time to cover. Right. It's been a bit of time, but we're just going to kind of catch everybody up on where we've been, what we've been doing, and a couple funny stories hopefully on the way.
So we made our way up through, Chicago, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, and then into Canada. And my daughter is working at a workaway. And workaways are places where people who want to travel but they don't have a budget, don't have the bank account to do it the way they might want. They volunteer to work on some farm or in a shop or at a hostel or babysitting.
They're basically working off their room and board.
Yeah, so some of them are paid, some of them are just in exchange for a room and a board, some of them have more or less, but it's an agreement you make and then you rate each other afterwards. So workaway, super fun. So Emma is in Canada doing a workaway, so we decided to go check and make sure it wasn't a cult, but mostly just to visit.
Yeah.
That's the joke, but mostly to visit. She's living in communal housing and living on a farm and doing her best hippie imitation. She's become quite the hippie.
She has. She's embracing it all the way. I'm not going to say anything bad about it because to each his own. And it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Community
and connection and all that sort of thing. But it's just not for me.
Right. That style of living would not work for you.
No. Because I hope not to offend anybody, but the social norms are broken for me. I like things a certain way.
Right.
For example, if I had a house, a big, beautiful house in the mountains with acres and acres, and I lived alone or with my partner, and then 20 random people would walk in and out barefooted and then shower, use my kitchen, use my bathroom, that would make me crazy. I can't. I guess maybe the lack of control or safety or whatever it is. I can't have people coming in and out of my house.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's the kind of the cool thing is everybody has their own sort of ways they navigate the world. That isn't for you, but it's okay that it's for her or those, other people in the commune.
Yeah.
Because, they're living their best lives. They're doing what's important to them. And maybe they're onto something, right? They're a lot more carefree, a lot less stressed.
Of course. Who are we to say that, like, working your whole life and then trying to survive retirement is really the thing, and retiring
trying to
at 65,
survive to
or
retirement.
Making friends, living off the land, trying to do healthy things, not purchasing things, not consuming things.
Yeah.
Those are all great things. Happiness is sought by all. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we had a really fun time. We participated in the ecstatic dance on the commune, and we participated in a group or a communal meal where an abundance of lentils was had.
So you get these collection of people from all over the world. Some have cooking experience. Some like to dabble in it. Some just want to take the lead and like, I'm going to make food for a whole bunch of people. And I didn't know what to expect during this potluck situation. We brought dessert from a store. And then they're vegetarian.
For the most part.
For the most part, they're vegetarian. So dinner's almost like, here we get there, there's pots on the stove, people are like frantically cutting vegetables and stuff. It looks like a cool thing.
Like an outdoor, kind of picturing like a camp, like at camp, summer camp. It's like an outdoor kitchen or some buildings where stuff's
Yeah,
stored.
my old river guiding days for sure.
Yeah.
And a full functioning kitchen out there. So 2 guys were sweating. They apologized to us, hey, dinner's running late, it's going to be an hour. Okay, whatever. One of the pots is filled with quinoa to the brim, and the other pot is filled. It's a giant, 5 gallon pot.
Probably, yeah.
Really big pot. The pot that's so big.
Maybe 2 or 3 gallons.
So Di Lorenzo, it's so big that you're making Sunday gravy, and you got to reach your hand in there, and your hairy arms are in there in the pot. It's such a big.
All the way up to your elbow.
All the way, no, past your elbow.
You think past?
Oh yeah, it would go up to my bicep or tricep. It was a big pot. Anyway, the lid comes off, and it's filled with these little teeny tiny brown lentils.
Yeah.
No vegetables, no seasoning.
Right.
It was just a giant pot of lentils. So you take the quinoa, you throw lentils on top of it, and some of these kids have plates on it like they're World War II veterans have come back. There's so much quinoa and lentils on this.
If I ate that many lentils,
oh man,
God help us all.
Yeah. So then I was looking around like, well, what am I going to put in these lentils? And nothing. So we ate lentils and quinoa and some fresh salad.
Soup. There
was a vegetarian soup, but I was like, man, that's a lot of lentils. And I don't think we made a dent in it. With 20 people eating lentils, I wouldn't have pulled the lid off again. It looked like it hadn't gone down at all. No. Anyway, all right, we're talking about lentils.
I think they eat it, leftovers for days though, probably.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or the chickens.
All right, so Commune, not for us. We went up there specifically to see Emma and visit with her and
we stayed in Collingwood.
Make a connection. We stayed in Collingwood, which was very nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And the houses on the way between Collingwood and Emma at Hollow Farms?
Not So Hollow Farms.
Not So Hollow Farms. Absolutely like out of Sunset Magazine, beautiful National Geographic, like architecture magazine houses. They look almost like New Zealand. The black, gorgeous barns. So beautiful country. We went for some beautiful walks along the lake at Lake Huron. I will post photos and all that kind of stuff with that. But the gnats were crazy. Remember the gnats, the clouds of gnats?
Yeah, thousands of them.
You got to cover your mouth because there were so many of them. Not biting, not mosquitoes, but they were in there. So I have pictures and video of that as well.
Ordering steak or a burger.
Oh yeah, so we're in Canada. I've been to Canada as a kid, but I never really thought about it. But now we're in Canada. There are little sticklers on the traffic, and they have speed cameras and stuff. But I went to order a hamburger, and I mean the audacity of the United States American here saying that I wanted it medium rare. She's like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that in Canada. You get it the way we give it to you, and it's usually well done."
Wow. You get it the way we give it to you?
Well, no, that's no.
I was like, how rude.
No. You were there with me, but I mean, she's basically like, you can't actually, like, she was apologetic, like, you can't actually do that.
Yeah, I was, I think in the bathroom you told me about when I came back, so I didn't witness the interaction, but I mean, I'm sure they've got their reasons. I don't understand the reasoning though for the slow speed limits. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the speed limits.
From like 65 kilometers, right? It would go from like 85 to 35 to back up to 85 within a tiny little window.
Yeah, and then like a little nasty like gram with the speed that says you're going too fast on like unhappy face.
And it's 1 mile per hour over.
Yeah, they're really up on their traffic laws, and that's okay too. But all in all, Canada was great. So we went up and down. We saw Emma. We came back. We went through traffic again.
I wanted to just talk about the ecstatic dance experience because Emma asked if we would stay for ecstatic dance or come to the ecstatic dance, and we were like, we are interested in what she's doing. I'm totally interested. It's something I've never heard of or done, so yeah, I'll try it. What is it? So it is basically you start on the floor, kind of in a meditation type of slow DJ music, right? It's like the EDM music, but it's like a slow build.
It was more like background sounds in the beginning. Kids laughing, playground sounds.
Okay. And then it builds into music, and then it kind of peaks and everybody's dancing, but the point of it is like no drugs or alcohol and no touching. It's not interactive at all. You are having your own experience with the music.
Yeah.
So, it was interesting. We were on kind of a balcony, and so I could see everybody, and everybody's doing their own thing, man. They're in their own world. Nobody's looking around, looking at each other. They're just, except for me, I guess, because I've never been to one of these, but everybody's just...
Yeah, I really wanted to enjoy it, and I was worried about my anxiety about being in an unfamiliar place, surrounded by unfamiliar people, without really a lot of walls to back up against, or no place to go. It was freezing outside too.
Was really that cold. Your inner cop coming out, or is that your childhood anxiety?
PTSI stuff, like not being in, like the Marsh concert we went to. It's just a really good place for me, but I can't get away from the elbows and the arms and yeah, I don't know. I just didn't, like, I tried really hard to, and I went upstairs and then watched people and stuff, but it just wasn't, I really wanted to enjoy it, but then I started worrying about the dog, and
yeah, you were.
It was super cold outside. Cold. Yeah. Anyway, about that's ecstatic dance, and you liked it.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was interesting, and it's. I think for women, it might be a different experience than. Like, there might be more to why that's a good experience, and part of it is, let's say I wanted to go out dancing. A lot of people love to go dancing, but it doesn't need to turn into a date or a romantic thing, right? You just want to go out dancing, but women can never do that. There's always going to be some dude who wants to buy you a drink or hit on you or touch you or grind on you or whatever. So with this,
that happens to me too.
No doubt, you're for sure a spinner, but I feel as though it happens probably more frequently to women, right? Just that's it. So it's kind of a neat opportunity for women to kind of dance in a safe space and not be thinking about, like, you were feeling more vulnerable in that environment, and I think women would be maybe less vulnerable and more relaxed because they feel a little safer. Because there's boundaries and rules that are in place. Yeah. So it was super interesting. So you did jiu-jitsu when we were in Collingwood?
I did. I was really fortunate to be able to find a place. It was called Ascent Jiu-Jitsu, and it was...
Ascent Academy, I think it was.
Okay. Yeah. And it looked like it was on somebody's property, but it was a little business, and it was a nice size mat inside. And then I was able to make 2 classes, and they were super generous and open and patient with me. They worked specifically on... We drilled, and it was fun. It was a really good place to be, and it was a safe space. Sometimes you're just going to get in there and get your ass kicked. Because...
Or hurt. Hurt, yeah.
Yeah, so they were very nice and very supportive, and hopefully I get to go back there.
Yeah.
So it was good. I got to go twice out of that time we were there.
Good.
Okay, so we're going south. We went through the border. That was pretty easy. I mean, there's lots of traffic. You got to go pay the toll to go over the bridge, this big bridge, and then you got to wait in line, and they interview. It's like a drive-through customs. Yeah. They stamp your passport, talk about your dog.
Right.
And that's it.
It was easy peasy, but I did notice a car 2 or 3 in front of us that got searched.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's random or something.
Okay.
Some way they answer something, but so that was interesting. First time crossing the border like that, right? I've flown into Canada, but I've never driven across the border.
Yep, and we're going to do it again next week.
Yeah. So, and then on Mother's Day, we left Emma back at the farm and headed to, because we needed to be at Glacier National Park on a certain day. So we had like a specific set of time and places to get to and get back into the U.S. So, Lansing. We started in Lansing.
Oh, man, Lansing. Hey, everybody from Lansing, Michigan. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I hope you're not going to shit all over Lansing, Michigan. Everybody from Lansing, Michigan.
No, I'm about to apologize. Lansing, we got you on a bad day. We caught you on a hangover day. Because we got there on Mother's Day. Yeah. There was absolutely nothing open at all.
Well, I mean, ish. Yeah. But for the most part,
the streets look like a movie set again. Yeah. Here we are again. But big bustling city that has big buildings and stuff. Nothing cars, no people, except Lansing, Michigan. All of your homeless were there. All of them. Oh, yeah. All of them that were there, A through Z. Everyone was out there pushing
From Alberto to Zoe.
Pushing a wagon outside. Of some sort. They were there, and we were looking for an open restaurant, and we luckily found one for Mother's Day. Yeah. Took you to something real nice.
Real nice.
Called
It was a Sliders place.
Sliders bar.
Yeah. So that was okay. And then what we did notice, though, remember how much roadkill there was?
Oh, yeah.
So much roadkill.
Yeah, okay, guys, if you were listening to this and you've watched Georgia Cops or Georgia Highway Patrol or Cops in this place, these freeways and highways all look like that.
Yeah.
It's a 2-lane highway going in one direction, and you got grass in the middle, 2-lane highway going the other direction. Close your eyes, imagine a police chase. That's what we're driving on. Your brain's kind of like little make notification. Oh, I wonder what that was. Oh, that's a wolverine. Oh, that's a coyote. Oh, that's a deer.
Gosh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's a moose. There was so much roadkill on all sides. Yeah. The shoulder, the center of the lane, then the shoulders on the other. It looked like...
It was traumatic. It was like a war zone.
It looked like Noah's Ark exploded for miles and miles and miles. And they're not cleaning any of this up. So we started taking...
Well, there might be, but it's just so much that it's hard to get to. Like, for whatever reason, that stretch of road...
Oh my God. It was terrible.
And it really made me appreciate those wildlife over ramps that they're starting to build, because I cannot imagine how much, not only... damage to vehicles, how much that costs. Injury or death to humans, how much does that cost? I think there's a cost when you're considering wildlife getting killed. I mean, that's not natural, and we don't want that. And then on top of it, damage to the roads, and how much does it cost for labor to come out and just clear the things out of the roadways? I mean, it's just so expensive. So
creating jobs. We're creating jobs.
But build these overpasses so that we don't have all those issues.
Anyway, it is kind of weird to just drive for miles and miles and miles. That's like the traffic cones. Can I talk about that real quick? If you're in, where were we, Montana, Wyoming, you're driving in just beautiful, South Dakota, just beautiful. There's nothing but just miles and miles of stretched land.
It's really pretty, yeah.
And you get a little sign there's 2-lane highway, little sign on the road that says construction ahead. So you're like, oh, that's cool. And then off in the distance, you see a cone. I counted 20 miles. 20 miles of cones to block off the number 1 lane. 20 miles of cones. Every 6 feet. That's a lot of cones.
It's a lot of cones.
Not one
worker.
Not one worker, no shovel, nobody doing anything. Just, you could probably see it from a satellite, the Great Wall of Montana, of just cones.
I don't know if it was Montana, but...
Where were we? It was what's happening out here that you would need that many cones?
Well, I heard the joke somewhere here said, oh, yeah, the Montana wildflowers are out, and they call those cones the wildflowers. I'm guessing there's so much damage from the snow and harsh winters that
the roads look fine. I don't know.
They do, but maybe this is why. Maybe they just have a routine of okay, as soon as spring comes, we need to start repairing.
If it wasn't so boring, I'd record it as we drove for miles and miles and miles.
Like a time lapse.
Yeah. And then, so we're driving in Val, and a couple of more things about driving is it's so windy at some points on these big roads and freeways, like a big flat plane, driving on that, and it's windy. Oh, but only 60 miles per hour? What was, you looked it up? It felt like 1,000 miles an hour crosswind when you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm holding Val to the right. The wheels must be almost turned 45 degrees to the right, and we're barely staying in our lane. And then we have boxes in the back that are kind of leaning over. And we heard some ruckus. We don't know. We drive, go to another gas station. I blew the entire rear portion of the tailgate, blew right off.
It just was dangling there.
Those
are some strong cable wires that were...
Yeah. So the camera cable was still attached to it, so I was flinging that thing around our car.
Oh my gosh.
So we disconnected it. So we're driving Val, and we are making our way. So we keep going. We went to...
Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, you guys, if Chuck E. Cheese took the roof off and then had a baby with the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, that's what that whole town looked like.
Yeah, it was a weird... So, your mom had sent me an Instagram reel about Wisconsin Dells, and there's a ferry boat that you can take up the river into these canyons of beautiful rocks. We had enough time to wander the streets. So it was every other... let's say picture downtown Los Gatos, okay? Every other door is a shop or a cafe or a jewelry store, a hair salon. It's just all these kind of high-end businesses. Well, here, every other one is paintball, laser tag, arcade,
bar,
movie theater, bar.
and then repeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then repeat. Axe throwing.
Yeah.
Pin the Dale on the donkey. Cotton candy.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
There wasn't any like legit actual. It was just like.
It was all for kids.
It was like a boardwalk.
Yeah. It was like 2 blocks of just kid, family focused, but kid focused.
I'll put pictures in there too. It's wild.
It's really interesting. I guess in that particular town they have the most water parks in like one place.
The cool thing about that, and I'll show you pictures of that too, is it reminded a lot of Ozark. The show Ozark, when they're in the Missouri Ozarks, because of these canyons and these gorges with the water that's going in and out, and the stacked rocks, which is what the dells are. We looked it up. That's what Wisconsin dells is. It's the stacked, layered of rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Very beautiful.
Super, super pretty. So we went from there. We didn't get to enjoy any of the family, fun that should have been had. Because we needed to get through South Dakota, so we went back through Sioux Falls, but we got to go to Mount Rushmore, which was nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the town we stayed at right before Mount Rushmore?
I don't recall.
Okay, so you drive up. So you're driving, Val.
Yeah.
We're driving up the steep thing to get to this town that's 2 miles from Mount Rushmore. I can look up the town later or whatever. And our little girl, Val, starts to stutter a little bit. And we're reminded that her transmission was slipping, and we knocked on wood, zip tied our fingers together. It's going to work.
Yeah.
And it started to slip a little bit. And it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot, so we thought maybe because it's hot, we've been climbing, let's pull it over, let's rest it. I pulled it over to the top of a hill, and we...
Val's pronouns are her, she, her, not it.
Pulled her down.
Yes,
I pulled her down into the town, and it was a little stressful, but I thought, let's see how she does tomorrow to Mount Rushmore, because it's 2 miles away.
More than 2 miles, but...
Are we looking at a ticking time bomb, or are we looking at something that just periodically overheats and gets hot?
Right. Yep. And so the next morning she starts up no problem. And we made our way through Mount Rushmore. We got there kind of early in the morning, so I think for a while we were like the only 2 people there.
Yeah. Mount Rushmore was actually, I didn't know what to expect. We're really close. It's very touristy.
Well, we have both been told, it's much smaller than you pictured.
Yeah.
I thought it was exactly what I pictured.
It was bigger than I thought it would be because of all the people that were saying it was too small.
Yeah.
Too small compared to what?
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
And impressive. And they did most of it with dynamite. There's lots of stories to tell about that.
Yeah, it was really interesting. But also interesting to learn about, the flip side of that is that was Native American land.
It's the huge flip side. That's the deep, dark secret of Mount Rushmore.
Right. I don't know that it's a secret. It's just not perpetuated.
Well, the people who are listening to this probably not know about it. Mount Rushmore, okay, that land was given to the Sioux Nation by the U.S. government and said, this is your land. Stay out of our land. We'll stay out of yours. Mm. And then they go in and they go into their land and dynamite one of their mountains with the U.S. presidents on it. The same U.S. presidents that,
Yeah, right? Not the same ones, but just,
the same government, the same representation of their freedom and all that stuff being taken away.
There's always a flip side to the story. Yeah. Right? But, so that was interesting to learn because we did not, other than Val misbehaving, that whole area, the Black Hills, and beautiful, super beautiful. I'd love to go back and spend more time there. I would love to go back and see if we can see some of the goats. Like the goats climbing up on the rocks.
Oh, you really want to see a billy goat?
I really want to see goats, like the ram, the bighorn sheep, and what are the other ones called? Just mountain goats.
Okay.
I'd love to see them. I think they're interesting. So after Mount Rushmore, we end up arriving in the small town of Newcastle.
Yeah, Wyoming touches South Dakota there a little bit. We're right on the edge. And we have to make a left into town to go towards Billings, because they're going towards Billings, Montana. And as I'm on a flat level, I'm about to emerge into traffic, my signal's on, I give it gas, nothing. It's the transmission slipping all the way. And I'm like, oh man, this is it.
Oh no,
this is it. This is happening.
We're going down.
Because the truck's not hot, we're not climbing. Mayday, mayday, mayday. What are we going to do now? So as luck would have it, I was able to kind of get it moving a little bit, and we pulled over onto the side of the road and made some phone calls. We're looking for a rental car agency, a mechanic,
Or a U-Haul.
Or a
something.
U-Haul, anything to like, what are we going to do now? Because we're in the middle of nowhere. And we were in Newcastle, Wyoming. And the Chevy dealership that I pulled up on my map showed me that I was right there. So I look up and sure enough, we're at a Chevy, Newcastle Chevy, one half a block right from us. So we drive over there, I pull in the front, I hop out, and it looks like, I don't even know where we are. Is this a mechanic shop or is it a car dealership? There's no
It's small, very small town.
It's very small town. So I walk in the door and this super nice guy pops out of his chair. His name's Wyatt, and reminds me of my son a little bit off the bat, and comes over and greets me. And I'm looking for a mechanic, and he goes, "Oh yeah, come on back here." So he introduced me to this mechanic, and I said, "Here's the problem. It's starting to slip. It's 2013. Her name's Val. What do I do?" And he's like, "All right, it's one of two things. You need a transmission service to look for metal, but I can probably do that right now in the parking lot. So, and the new transmission is going to cost about $8,000 with labor." And
oh my gosh.
So we walk outside. He pulls the transmission fluid out, puts it on his bare finger, and there's a little glittery like disco metal in it. He goes, "Yeah, there's metal in here. It's all done." So I'm like, crap.
Man.
So then I look up at Kendra, who's still in the truck, and I said, "Start looking for rental car places because this is it. We're going to leave Val."
This is a big one.
This is a big one.
Wheezy, it's a big one.
It's the big one. Val's going down. Guess what? The nearest rental car agency is 90 miles away in Billings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, hey Wyatt, man, my new best buddy. How far is it from here to Billings? And he's like, it's 90 miles. I said, is there any mountains or climbing or anything if I can get this thing out there? And he's like, oh, yeah, there's definitely some climbing. I'm like, dang it. I don't think I'm going to make it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. She was looking for a U-Haul place. We're kind of stuck.
Nothing's working out, yeah.
Nothing else. But I do happen to be in a used car dealership. So I'm like, all right, Wyatt.
What do you got?
Option C. What's the cheapest car you have right now? And he kind of like, looks up and to the right. And he's like, I got a Ford Ranger we use as parts. Come on back here, I'll show you. Dude, it was this like 1995 Ford Ranger. There was no truck bed because it was just, you could see the tires and the axle.
It was rusted?
Rusted through on the passenger side. Stick shift.
No window, right?
No window, so it was all plastic. He's like, this is the best I got for you, man. And I was actually thinking, I'm like, you know what? We might have to buy this. I might have to buy this thing. There's no place for Django. He's going to have to be on Kendra's lap the whole time. Anyway, long story short, not going to work. He finds another F-150.
Yeah, he kind of just pulls around. He's like,
He
hey,
pulls around
F-150.
and introduces our new friend, Rusty.
Rusty is a what year?
2007 F-150 V8. Nice truck.
It's nice.
It's great. Yeah, we call it Rusty because there's little spots of rust on the bumper.
Yeah.
And Rusty's, I'll put this sound bite in right here. Hold on.
Try and trap it. Russ!
We're here, Dad.
So his name's Rusty, and they bought Val from us to replace the transmission and sell it.
Yeah.
They took Val off our hands. It took us a long time to switch everything over. We have so much stuff. Anyway, all right.
No, right. Our entire lives are in the bed of that pickup truck.
Yeah.
And tucked into pockets and
Yeah.
stuff in the truck.
Yeah.
Our entire life, everything we depend upon, right?
Yeah.
Is in there, and we're still saying we have too much stuff.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, we're in Rusty. Rusty's been great. Okay, so we drive our butts off. We get all the way to Glacier National Park, and we go to Missoula.
Yeah, we stopped to see.
We stopped in
our house in
Missoula. We stopped to see the house that we have rented out in Missoula. It's the first time I've ever seen it. We had some amazing cocktails.
Yeah, kind of like a speakeasy called Montgomery Distillery.
Delicious.
Delicious.
I love gin drinks, so I had some gin.
Yeah. If you're ever in downtown Missoula. But what was disappointing was, so our son went to University of Missoula, or University of Montana, Missoula, and we bought that house during that time, and it's a rental. You've never seen it. How exciting. We're going to get to go to Missoula and check it out and explore the town a little more. It was so expensive.
Yeah.
It was so,
Because of
hotels,
graduation?
I guess graduation was the weekend before, though, so I don't know why, but it was, the Motel 6 near downtown was the best deal I could get. Because we're trying to be frugal, because we're doing this every night right now.
That's actually a really funny part about this podcast is that I want you guys to realize that we were cops, and for the longest time, no matter how much I made, I did so many searches in hotel rooms and crappy hotel rooms and found so many terrible things and investigated so many terrible things in hotel rooms. I had standards about where I would stay.
For sure.
And if it costs more, it's okay. I'm not like I would. If I went back 10 years and said you're gonna be staying in Motel 6s and stuff, I'd say I would never stay in Motel 6.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's like almost a game. Like, well, we're just gonna sleep there. Let's just sleep $60 a night. We can sleep in a Motel 6.
Well, and I do quite a bit of research, right? I'll look at the reviews, I look at there's ratings, I go to booking.com, I go to all kinds of, places to double check. Because I don't want to stay in some place that's super filthy or violent, or dirty at all or violent. As long as it's clean, that's all I care about, right? So it did fairly well on the reviews. And so we decided Motel 6, but you got to realize we were supposed to be in the Wanderbox right now. Right? So we were not counting on having to pay for a hotel room every night of the week. That adds up. That becomes very expensive. So we have to be careful.
And it almost feels good to like save some money. Like you're showing somebody off, like, oh, I didn't spend that much money.
Yeah, you get away with, you're getting away with something.
But now we know that Motel 6, that's the floor, and we'll talk about why. Okay, so we're in Missoula.
Yeah. So I go to, looking for a place to stay, thinking, because our goal has been to keep it at under $100 a night hotel. So we end up, it was like $250, $300 a night for like a basic, what we've been getting for 90. So I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I think the best I could get was like $150, which was the Motel 6 downtown. Back from Costa Rica early, anticipating the Wanderbox being built in March, right? Then it was May, and now it's July. So that's a lot of months of hotel rooms, a lot of nights. We can't afford to be fancy.
Yeah, that seems very negative. I don't think I'm going to include any of that. I was very angry. Listen to our podcast so we can talk about how...
No, I want people to understand why we're making this kind of sacrifice.
Well, regardless of why we're doing it, we're still choosing to stay in rooms that are like that. Okay. So we came to Missoula because we were going to go two different directions. I was going to have the opportunity to go down south, go to California, and you were going to stay in the area to go to Glacier National Park with Mary.
Right.
So tell everybody why I went down south, because you're probably better at articulating.
Oh, well, we both attended the West Coast post-trauma retreat individually at different times in our lives. And now we occasionally get to go back and volunteer. And so they needed more volunteers for the week. You happened to be, it was perfect because I had these plans with Mary and you weren't sure what you were going to do. So that's why. So you got to go be up here for a week to give back and help others.
Yeah, so we work with employed public safety officers or firefighters, paramedics, anybody that's a first responder.
Or retired.
Yeah. And provide resources. And it's an amazing thing.
It's more than provide. Yeah, it's a week of... It's a week of... Why are you laughing at me?
I'm so stoned. Tell them about it.
It's a week of very intense, very focused therapy, kind of wraparound services. It's a small group of clients. They come and there's, two clinicians and peers and just all these support people who just sort of wrap themselves around you and get you through a week of recognizing like where your trauma comes from and how to maybe better manage it and recover from it. And then you leave and then the journey continues, but it's really an intense week and it's very, very helpful.
It's this beautiful coming together of all these different people from different parts of the nation and different backgrounds, and all for the purpose of one goal, and how close you can become to those other peers and clinicians and this team that comes together. They've never met. Everybody doesn't really know each other. And then you just become this unified, wonderful, positive front. You make a lot of memories like summer camp.
Yeah. Kind of like a weird
fun.
summer. That'd be a weird summer.
A lot of good, close connections in friends.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, I'm so glad. So you got the opportunity to do that. And while you were doing that, I was here with Mary and her delightful son. And we intended to go do a lot of exploring in Glacier National Park, but he got sick, as 5-year-olds do, for a couple of days. So we had a couple of days and did some exploring around here while we were in California, and then came back.
Yeah.
So I had a few days alone, and that was a weird experience. I haven't been alone for more than an hour or two since January, since you flew back for your dad's.
Oh yeah, stroke. That's what I wanted to bring up. This episode is brought to you by Visa.
Kendra, she's everywhere. You wanna be.
I need to be where you are and vice versa.
Yeah, I need to get into that cabinet, and there you are. I need to open that drawer, and there you are.
Everywhere I want to be. Just all over the place. So in those days alone, you must have been like, wow, there's just nothing but space.
Yeah, it felt. Yeah, it was really. I was able to have I had a little routine, and it was organized, but I was lonely. You know, had a little bit of lethargy and disinterest. Just kind of hung out.
Well, you know what the good thing for that is huckleberry shoots.
Huckleberry shake.
They love the huckleberries up here, and they have it in everything.
Yes.
Huckleberry shake is delicious.
So
With a
good.
big boba straw, that thing was loaded with huckleberries.
I know,
It's
right?
the shake. It's not as very thick, not like a Wendy's Frosty shake, but it's more of a liquidy. You can drink it with a straw right away. There was so much huckleberries in there. It was like boba, just.
Yeah, it was like boba all the way to the very end, right?
Delicious.
Every sip had.
And like every drink that I consume, I never make it out of the store, let alone I can't make it to the car with this drink. So it was at the front steps of the store that I took a picture of my empty container.
Oh, it was empty by then. I didn't know that.
I'm a consumer, man. You put a drink in front of me, I gotta just drink the whole thing. Jamba Juice rarely made it to my car before I drank the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really interesting. You're not savoring it or
No.
enjoying it. You're just like
No.
stuck in it.
I am savoring it. That big red button in my skull that it's enjoying this so much.
Yeah.
I just lean on it and just push as hard as I can the whole time. I don't do little dabs of boom, 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 boom. No, I'm just like, wah, wah, and full salt. I'm just, mwah, 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 on that jump juice. And then as soon as the last thing comes through, I'm super depressed. Like, the red button comes off, like, oh, it's all gone.
That's true. And I still had like half of mine.
For sure. And then Maddie Pooh, I love her to death. She can have an iced coffee
Yeah.
and then just hold it like all day and just sip on it a little bit and put it down.
Wow.
Oh, that thing's gone.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to watch the level just change. Where it's gone. But she can sip on that thing.
Yeah. Interesting. I think that's unique for you. It only applies to drinks. You're not a fast consumer about
No.
other things at all.
No.
Yeah.
But if we go to a fancy place, and oh, by the way, this is not an alcoholic thing. I just consume stuff fast. So we'll go get a fancy drink that they put a lot of work into,
Yeah.
and a flower, and then part of it's smoking. There's a live butterfly that falls out of it. I pick that thing up and I just drink the whole thing. Like Indiana Jones, they're taking shots. I just drink it and set it down, and that's pretty tasty. Everyone else is sipping it. They're sipping it, enjoying it. I don't know. I got to get through it. I mean, I have to lean on the big red button. Delicious. Sorry. I hope there's somebody else out there like that, because
I'm sure you're not the only one. Yeah.
milkshakes, coffees, they're gone.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, it's maybe about the intensity of that big red button, and for someone else, it might be the elongating that experience.
Oh, like
having
the tantric coffee?
tantric coffee.
Edging coffee?
Yes, exactly.
Huh.
Soaking
No.
coffee? No.
No, not
Okay.
me. The 30-second guy.
Okay. Whew. And then we were reunited.
Yes.
So you came back. Our son graduated from college.
Oh man, I'm so proud of
Got to
him.
go to his graduation. I would have gone, but because he finished school in December. I didn't know there was when the graduation would be, that he'd be participating, that there would be anything going on. So because there was nothing on the calendar, I scheduled this trip with Mary for Glacier. I didn't want to cancel on her because she'd spent money on it.
For sure. And then if they had just been flying down there to watch something on video, because the screen's they have to broadcast it anyway.
Yeah. Plus,
But it just so happened that I was going to be in that area at that time. I got really cool bonus days with them. a couple days. Yeah,
That's great.
on either end, and
Yeah.
then I got to be the graduation. So it was a win-win. So, segueing through that, last minute hotel change. So I'm done as a peer counselor at WCPR on Friday, and then my flight was scheduled for Saturday, but because this graduation's on Sunday, I decided to extend my trip. So I pop on the old electronic device, and I try to find myself a hotel room in that area near Sonoma State during Bottle Rock, which kind of was affected, but it's pretty far away, and the graduation. So hotel rooms are through the roof. So a Hilton, just a regular Hilton or Hilton Garden Inn, $350 a night.
Oh my God.
And I'm just gonna sleep there. I'm gonna hang out with the kids. I'm just gonna sleep there. So I start to get like sarcastic with my hotels. I'm like,
that always works out well.
always works well when you get sarcastic. Okay, internet, show me the absolute bottom hotel that has any openings for 2 nights. And right up the top of the list of least, expensive was the Budget Inn. Right next to the Rodeo Inn or the Rodeo Club. They happen to be the same owner.
Okay.
And yeah,
It doesn't bode well that you know anything about who the owner is, by the way.
Well, I went to check in at my Rodeo Inn or Budget Inn or whatever, and it said it was all locked up and looked like it had been broken into. It was all beat up, and it had a paper sign that said "Go to other lobby."
Oh, okay.
Spelled just like that, other. Go to other lobby. So, yeah, that's my room, and he goes, "Oh, it's right here. It's a good room. We got a good room." Because I knew they were doing renovations. There's mattresses in the parking lot. There's people sleeping on the mattresses in the parking lot. Right? It was bad. I'll show you pictures. It was bad. I can't believe, as a police officer, I stayed in this hotel. It was terrible.
And I kept telling you, why are you doing that? Just go stay with the kids.
They
said you
offered,
could.
but I know what it's like to have your father just show up and not leave or
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be in a position then. Anyway, so long story short, I get this cheap hotel room 2 nights. It's sketchy. And the first night goes okay. Other than all the pictures of the room that I'll show you, the room's terrible, but first night goes okay. Second night, I have a long, tiring day with the kids. You have a lot of fun. They drop me off. My key doesn't work, which always happens. It happened to you today. They just demagnetized. I go to the lobby. There's a guy on a Zoom call with I don't know what's happening and 15 other things. He just gives me another key. And I go to my room and I go to sleep. At 11:30 at night, I wake up. I get woken up to this pounding on my door. It sounds like a search warrant. By the way, my little teeny tiny slide chain is the only thing between me and society.
And you're not armed.
No. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, what? What's happening right now? And he goes, what's your name? This is the hotel staff.
Yeah.
This is security.
Yeah.
This is the police.
Right.
He just says, what's your name? And I said some expletives, and I was like, what do you want? And he goes, you're not supposed to be in there. You're trespassing. I was like, what are you talking about? So then I tried to call the lobby.
Oh my gosh.
And it sounds like I'm calling the future. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, there's somebody at my door. And he goes, what room is this? And I go, 111. He goes, 511? No, 111. 618? No. And then I was like, So I hang up. The guy's still banging on the door. Get out of this room. So anyway, I show my reservation. It looks like a homeless guy with a security hat on.
Yeah.
So I show my reservation through the window. And he grumbles something and he checks something on his phone. And then he just leaves. So then I try to go back to sleep. I don't sleep very well at all. And what am I going to put between the door?
Right.
Because the bed's bolted to the ground. Anyway, it was terrible. And I went to complain, and she's like, no, we're not giving you a refund.
There were police activities and then.
Oh yeah, there was car stops all the time. I got to go to bed with disco lights and red and blue flashing lights, and people are move to the right. Get on your knees and back toward the police car. I'm sleeping in this hotel. Saved a couple bucks though, guys.
So dumb.
So dumb. But I will never do that again in my life.
No.
Super dumb.
No. Like the Motel 6, we were like, okay, if we walk in there and it's gross, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I won't get my
I
money.
got no refund. No, I got such cheap room rates that like, there was no refund.
Well, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. I think.
Okay, that's it. Then the only thing I wanted to talk about was Glacier National Park. We both went in there together, and what is your impression of it? And should people? Is it worth it? Is it worth coming to Montana?
It's absolutely 100% worth it. If Lake Tahoe and Yosemite had a first cousin, this is their prettier first cousin.
Oh.
I like this place a lot. The only place that probably tops this is the place we didn't see, Milford Sound, and Mount Cook was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd take Mount Cook over this, but it's amazing.
I don't think I would, because this, in addition to those beautiful snow-capped Rockies, you've got all that. You've got so much vegetation and green and lakes, and I don't remember that being. Mount Cook was like that one big beautiful lake, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Gorgeous. And we wanted to see a bear, but not really. But we did see a bear, but not really, because it was across the lake from us. So we stopped walking back and forth.
yeah.
And she's telling me not to, don't worry, they don't really have lethal bear attacks. But they did have one 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
where a 33-year-old got eaten by a grizzly bear on the same trail. Let's
Not
go.
on the same trail,
Let's
but
go.
not on the same trail. And he was there at sunset by himself. You know, we're in a group. We were on a pretty well-traveled trail to Avalanche. Like, everybody had bear spray, so, you know, I felt pretty good about it.
Just got to shove one of those other family members.
That's right. Yeah, whoever's the slowest.
Yeah.
It might be me, actually, at this point. Is there anybody I could be faster than? I wonder what Django would do
With a bear?
with a bear. Would he, you know, okay, he has no prey drive. He notices everything, but he doesn't go after anything. He doesn't try to go after anything.
I think if a bear charged him, he would run away
You
hard.
think so? Run away hard?
Run away hard, like with his butt.
Tucked
I
under?
think he'd take off. I don't know. But it's the equivalent of a chihuahua trying to attack my foot. Like, maybe he'd stand his ground.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd bite you. You never know what they're going to do. I don't know what to do. I'm going to bite my hand left.
I'm gonna bite her, leave her injured so that the bear can get her first.
Yeah.
Slow her down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. But I was grateful to see. It was like the perfect situation because I always love to see the wildlife. You and I have differences of opinion on that. You're a bigger risk taker in other ways. I'm a bigger risk taker when it comes to wildlife. That seems like a fair, right? You'll take bigger risks than other things.
What do you mean you're going to take a risk with wildlife?
I will.
Like a crocodile?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm more comfortable with, like, the walking across Africa trip. I would do that again, and you would not.
Well, I mean, that puts you in a different category altogether than me. So, intelligent and not intelligent. Don't do that stuff. You can't walk out there and survive. You can't keep doing that.
We did just fine.
Oh my gosh.
The only animal that hurt you was a tiny little pepper tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, lots of people do it every year, all the time. It's fine. But, like I said, I'm a bigger risk taker when it comes to wildlife. So, I was excited to see the bear. I wanted to see a grizzly bear. And we saw a grizzly bear. I wanted to see a grizzly bear at a safe distance.
It's like saying, I want to see a great white shark.
Oh no, I don't want to see a great white shark. No, different. From above the water, I would like to see a great white shark, but I do not want to be in the water and see
You're in the water with a grizzly bear.
Oh my god. Yeah, but it's different. For me,
Grizzly bears have big old paws, too.
I know, absolutely horrible way to die. But for me, it is different. Like, to me, the absolute worst way to die would be to get eaten by a shark, because not only are you dealing with being eaten by an animal, but you're not breathing air, you're drowning, you're in their element, you can't move freely, you can't do anything quickly. That sounds so horrible to me. At least on land with a bear attack, we're on a level playing field in the sense of, like, we're both earthbound, you know, walking on the ground.
Okay, I have a poll for our listeners. I have a poll. It might get you.
But I'm not.
Would you rather be eaten by a great white shark, or be a grizzly bear, or see wild dogs?
Oh God, that went dark.
The African wild dogs. Right?
Oh yeah.
That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you give me your answer quickly, and our listeners will hopefully.
I think a grizzly bear.
You'd rather be eaten by a grizzly bear.
I don't want to be eaten by anything, but I feel like a grizzly bear. Only because I'm also drowning, but maybe drowning would be a better way to go than sawing off.
I don't like this game. I don't even want to think about it. I'm like, nope, definitely no, no.
Yeah.
I need one to get one of those tube caps with cyanide on them. When a bear false charges me, I'm like 50-50 maybe. It's either going to eat me or it's going to bluff.
Yeah.
My luck, it's going to eat me.
But how fast would cyanide work? Now.
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh.
Let's think that through.
Oh.
Now, not only are you suffering from what I
Oh.
would imagine to be unimaginable pain coming from inside, right? You've got all that pain on the inside, and the bear is eating you, and then does the bear die of cyanide poisoning?
Well, I think that ratio of chemical to mass.
You'd be able to survive it?
You might just have a bad trip for a minute.
Yeah. Terrible. Never going hiking again.
Either Renzel's looking that up right now. Lethal dose of cyanide for a bear. and something else. Anyway, hey everybody that took the poll, wild dogs is the answer you should never pick.
No.
That is the worst way to go.
Because
they are in such a race to eat before they get the food taken from them that they eat you alive. All of them do at the same time, starting at your anus.
Okay, we cannot include all of this.
Oh.
This is all too much.
Oh, sorry.
This whole last, conversation needs to stop. I was excited to see the grizzly bear because we were at a safe distance. We could still appreciate that it was this beautiful, giant bear and know that it wasn't going to get to us, but there could have been others. There's 300 or so grizzly bears in Glacier National Park.
Yeah. Yeah, like swimming in the ocean with 300 great whites. I don't want to hang out with them. Because wild dogs definitely aren't the answer you want.
No, I definitely don't want to get. I don't want to get killed or eaten by any animals. How about that?
Yes, please.
There would be.
I want vegetarians to get me.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.